everybody, and welcome back to the Matrix Path of Neo commentary with me, Skully the Metalhead. It's time to get back into some Matrix action, and I thought of no better way to do it than with the Seraph fight. Yes, there is no more filler from this point on. We are filler-free, no more filler fun for any of us. It's just hardcore, main canon stuff from here on out. And I say canon, but this is really the only part of the fight that actually is canon, because, well, things get a little bit fourth wall breaking in this part. Now, for those of you who, well, have never seen The Matrix before, this is the part of Reloaded where Neo goes to visit the Oracle, which he is stopped by the Guardian known as Seraph. Why he didn't appear in the first Matrix movie to stop Morpheus from seeing him was, well, I don't know, maybe he kicked the shit out of him and then got to know him pretty well. I'm sure they had tea in this house once or twice. I don't know, that's something I never really got about The Matrix Reloaded, that in order to truly know someone, you must fight them in battle. Because that's how I met all my friends, well, in the mosh pit, that is, but that's a different story entirely. Being in a wall of death is fun. But I'm getting off topic. Seraph, on the normal difficulty, isn't really too much trouble. The one difficulty, I'd rather not say, because you will die. Excuse me. Noodles are repeating on me. Excuse me. But, this part of the fight is relatively normal. It's just basically what you see in The Matrix Reloaded. Nothing too special, you just kick the shit out of him. Things should be good. I love that cheesy little camera pan they do in there. Well, not, it's camera zoom. Yeah, confusing my cinematography terms, but yeah, this is the non-canon part of the fight which they use to make some hardcore video game action. And the purpose of this fight is to make your opponent dizzy, which is indicative of the green matrix code swirling around their head, and you have to throw Seraph into the fire 3 times. Now, of course, unlike real life, where you will be immolated in flames and unable to continue anyway, Seraph gets 3 attempts, whereas if Neo was thrown into the flames just once, Seraph is just like, I'm sorry, but you are not worthy to be the one. And that just basically ends the mission there, which is kind of bullshit, because Seraph gets 3 attempts despite surviving being set on fire, and Neo's just like, oh no, you're dishonorable, because I am Seraph, and better than you. Oh well. But this section gave me a lot of trouble as a kid, because I honestly had no idea what to know. I was just kicking Seraph at random when what you're supposed to do is just push the square button, which is used for evasive maneuvers, as well as to disorient your enemies, which you've probably seen throughout the course of the playthrough as, against like agents and police and all that kind of stuff. You see, even well, okay, that was probably a bad example because he wasn't exactly in the flames, but still, you know? It's no wonder people are running. This place is set entirely on fire. And also another fun fact is the fact that these pillars slowly burn down, so yeah. I've never actually seen all of them burn out completely, so that's probably something I'll have to experiment with on my playthrough for 2016, because I did the review back in 2015 and uploaded it in 2016, so probably have to play it again at some point. But alas, now it is time for the fourth wall breaking segment. And man, is it tonally dissonant to the entire game.
Oh, hey, you're making me miss this scene! Hey, somebody call the usher! Hey, wow, I think I just saw a black cat walking around.
You know, oh shit, I have no way to edit this out. Oh god. This will probably be the only part with movie clips you'll see because, well, really, there isn't any way to cut around it without, you know, completely ruining everything, but why do they throw this in here? This is just like Hideo Kojima level of just wackiness. I don't know. I guess the Wachowski brothers just wanted to have fun with this game compared to Enter the Matrix, which was supplementary material for The Matrix Revolutions and Reloaded. But anyway, you do get to smack the shit out of Seraph with a broom, which is pretty fun. But, I don't know, this... I guess it's funny to some degree. I mean, I do enjoy, like, a lot of the humor in this game, but I think it's just kind of cheapened with the fact that you have that dude in the cinema that's just making snarky comments when really that's kind of my job. Oh, Jesus Christ, I am so sorry. Yeah, he just throws hot dogs and soda at you, which is just weird. But, you know, regardless, it's a nice change in scenery, quite literally, considering what's going on in the background. And one thing I should probably explain also, just to fill in the dead air, is that I'm back to using the regular format, whereas I'm recording this commentary off the video editor as opposed to Audacity, because for whatever reason, no matter what file I can convert it to, whether it's like WAV or MP3, the editor just won't recognize it, which completely fucking baffles me for some reason, you know, because, like, it worked for Doom 3, and it worked for, I think, a previous part of the Matrix Path and New that I recorded, so why not here? I'm really gonna have to... Maybe it was a different version of Audacity, maybe, that I was using before? Fuck, I'm gonna have to look into that. I just hope that this editor just doesn't start and stop like the previous one did, because that was annoying as fuck when that happened. In the Niobe segment of last time. That's one of my favourite moves, actually, just seeing Neo just stomp on your enemy's head. I don't know. That's the thing I love about these moves in this game, it's just so brutal and cool, despite looking a little bit ridiculous. Fuck you, you fat fucking cinema fuck.
Whoa! Now that's cool.
Indeed it is. And now the fight just returns to what normally happened? You know what the weird thing is about it in this game? Like, it might not really have a coherent story outside of, oh, it follows the events of the first 3 movies, but, I don't know. They never bring it up. Like, I mean, you saw in the scene previously that Neo and Seraph just look at the cinema screen, but they never bring it up again. Like, they never question the fact that their life is a movie which some guy is just watching in a cinema alone for some reason. I don't know. I think maybe it's the fact that Neo has been in the Matrix and then he awakened in the real world, which has probably completely shattered his sense of, oh my god, this world isn't real. But Seraph, man, like, he should be just completely out of it, you know? Actually, you know what, even more importantly, that guy in the cinema should be completely out of it, which he was to some degree, but he was more just joking around like it was just something he saw, which leads me to believe that he was on drugs. He took one too many red pills, quote-unquote. But in any case, the fight just continues on as normal, and an interesting thing about Sheriff... Oh, excuse me, my tongue is too quick for my brain. But the interesting thing about Seraph is that he can regenerate health, much like the upgraded agents, which does make him a threat that you want to take care of quickly, but it's also someone that you should probably not leave alone for too long, because he regenerates quite quickly, and yeah, it can get kind of annoying. But if you want to know the reason why these pillars are being smashed, is because by smashing all these pillars you will unlock a bonus, which, as I'm sure I've explained previously, but if not, I will explain again. It will unlock a briefcase, which will unlock concept art, bonus videos, which basically show you how to do a lot of moves in the game, which is pretty easy, but I think you can figure out most of the moves for yourself, because, I don't know, I've seen moves in this game which have never appeared in those videos, which, you know, and considering the looks of the heads-up displays, they look like beta versions of the game, which, I don't know, considering movie-based tie-ins, understandable, because they're not really given that much love, but, I don't know, it's quite interesting to see the evolution of the game. And once again, I've completely reverted to audio such, and that's the weird thing, because like, when I'm doing commentary for a review, I'm completely fine, like, I do not sound as dumb as I do here. And then when I actually have to talk about something, like, completely off script, I am just like a verbal diarrhea. It's like blurg. I don't know, I think I probably just need to learn a ratio of talking to a ratio of just, like, commentary and just being entertaining. But I think that's kind of a trick of the trade, which skills that I do not have. Or maybe it's just the nature of the game, because, like, in the Matrix Path of Neo and previously done Silent Hill, which I should probably revisit considering that I haven't really done a good job of it, there isn't really much of a story and overall core gameplay style that I can really comment on that I couldn't really sum up, because gameplay-wise, the Path of Neo is quite simplistic compared to games like Enter the Matrix or some other games that I enjoy, like Sonic or Jak and Daxter or something like that. But in any case, our battle with Seraph is nearly over and we can get to one of my favourite levels in the entire game. Yes! Yes! Mega Punch! Or the Lightning Strikes, I think. No, it's a Hyper Strike combo. But anyway, Seraph deems us worthy. And now we return to the Agent Smith portion of the fight, which I'm recording for a second time because, you know what, this audio player just likes to just fuck up and make you re-record everything for like 2 or 3 times, I don't know, it's just something about the editor that's just really pissing me off because, you know, I just want to record simple audio but it won't accept an Audacity file. It did before, but it doesn't now for some fucking reason. And it's just tedious and boring as fuck. But, alas, I will not let that distract me from the badassery of fighting a bunch of Agent Smith clones. Because this really is one of the best portions in the game, well, except for a little segment that's coming up next, but I'll talk about that when I get to it. Here, let me scratch your back. Oh god, that effect looks horrible. I'm so sorry. Seriously, man, that effect was just like, here, let me scratch it. I mean, honestly, in the PC version, they changed up some of the textures for, like, certain effects, and the PS2 version, admittedly, despite being, in my opinion, the more superior port, dude, it just looks ugly as fuck. Like, I'm serious, man, that shit is, like, not even PS1 worthy, because I've seen better effects on the Sony PlayStation than this. Oh, Jesus. Oh no, not the tomatoes! Here, let me fondle your breasts. That felt lovely. Let me fix up your tie. It is our purpose to fondle breasts, said Agent Smith, or so I can assume. Oh my god, there's thousands of them. My goodness. Now, despite the fact that there is, well, a shitload of Smiths here, they should be no trouble because you have the help of this handy-dandy little tool. Smash! This guy just ate dirt. And I love the fact that Smith berates Neo for the usage of weapons because, I don't know, it seems kind of in character, the fact that he... In fact, I think one of the second times that Smith brings it up, he's like, going for the crutch again, Mr. Anderson? Which I feel is kind of nice because, like, and I really gotta credit Smith's voice actor in this game. I forgot his name, but I remember seeing it in a previous recording. Like, I mean, I think he's probably the closest actor that gets down Hugo Weaving. Like, there are times when you can tell that it's not him, but honestly, for the voice in this game, it does it pretty well. But, yeah, despite the big threat of those Smiths over there, they will not just outright dogpile you and attack you. Well, they do in one cutscene if you let your health get too low, but that's in a can of worms entirely. But, yeah, if you scan them with code vision, they will not interact with Neo. They will just kind of huddle around him, and only ever really come in when they load different Smith models, which is the ones that you will actually be fighting, which is only like 5 or 6. So, whether it's down to laziness or PlayStation 2 limitations, I think that'll be up for you to decide. But, yes, still, I mean, I apologize if my commentary is a little bit lackluster, because I haven't really done this in a while, considering that I've just mostly been review-focused. I think I'm probably going to try and backlog as much as I can, considering the audio anyway, but it just annoys me, the fact that I can't just use Audacity again, because that was such an easy system. Like, I could just record it and paste it over a file and video done, but this is just fucked, man. But alas, my saving grace is that I get to use the whirly pole move, which Neo just runs around and... well, you don't even get to see the full move, because here it outlines the objective of what you need to do in this part of the game. Which is basically that you have to knock the Smiths into the different buildings and just knock them all down. If not, then all the Smiths just dogpile you, and then Neo flies out like he does in The Matrix Reloaded, and then the Smiths just kind of stand there and walk away. Again, it's something simple, but I don't know, the battle's still pretty epic regardless. Excuse me, I was just taking a sip of water. Now another thing that the Path of Neo does here is that, well, I guess it's really that this is one of the few places where you get to show off staff moves. Like, I mean, as the already shown whirly move, which looks absolutely fucking ridiculous and probably would not work in real life. I don't know, you're just running around and spinning around, and it's cool but silly. But then again, it is the Matrix where physics and the laws of reality go to die, so it's quite understandable. You know, I think I can understand why I didn't do these for a while, because, to be perfectly honest, this system is fucked, man. I mean, really. I mean, I can honestly say that even despite my lackluster commentary skills, or at least, you know, without a script, the fact that the editor right now is just completely screwing itself over is just pathetic. Oh my god. Shit, I think I'm about to throw up. But never mind. Instead, let's just do the killing blow, which I think kind of screw up there a little bit, but I think that's just the physics engine they use for it. Ragdoll physics. You were such a very 2000s game device thing. Yeah, but I think when it gets to a certain part of the timeline, then I will stop recording, or at the very least when I run out of things to say, because before I was talking about how the Matrix also had potential for expanded material with, like, the programs, like the agents, and all, and just basic elements that don't really involve Zion, because, I mean, that part of the story's already been told, but I still think there's so much development that you can do with the extended Matrix universe, which nobody's really taken advantage of, and I think a lot more people wanted to see it, like, because you can include things like ghosts, aliens, and vampires and everything, kind of like the Oracle said during one of the cutscenes, and honestly, I think the Matrix will be all the better for it. And so, with his enemy defeated, Neo just spins around like a Power Ranger and just poses for a little bit, and then he up and flies away. So, I'm Skully, keep it new metal, and I'll see you next time when the Matrix Path of Neo come go a lot smoother than this. See you later.